Malo lavala soifua ma le langi mama whaatalofa atu ia o tau umai mai moa mai le tatou polokalame, Breaking Waves. Thank you for supporting us and for joining us. We are joined today by a very special guest, Misa Pira Anae, who is the co-founder of Strongman Samoa. Talofa lava Pira, thank you for joining us today. How are you this morning?
Talofa lava Hana. Talofa everyone who's watching this episode. I hope everyone's doing well. Yes, well, talofa lava from Samoa. I'm doing quite well. We're a few more days before the comp. Very busy. But other than that, okay.
Tell us about the Strongman Samoa competition coming up soon.
So the one that we're having next Saturday on the 7th of June is Strongman Samoa's first international strongman competition. We were inviting athletes from all over the Pacific, including even Zambia. We have an athlete from Zambia. So it's a really big deal for us as we try to promote the sport in Samoa. So yeah, that's a short answer of what's going on next Saturday.
Awesome. What things are you excited about for this year's competition?
I think there's 2 points. So from a coaching point of view, it will be a good challenge for our local athletes to be going up against some big names from New Zealand, Australia. From a promoter's point of view, it's good that we see that a lot of people from overseas, especially a lot of strongman associations from overseas, they started to recognize this competition as a pathway to, we can send some athletes there, or it's that recognition is a really big deal for someone like me and my team who's trying to promote strongman here as another form of sport and another form of entertainment for our people.
And tell us about the process around making this happen, the sponsorships, the deals that you've had to make. Tell us about how that has been for you and the team.
Man, you know that saying that, a teamwork makes the dream work. But that's, that is the testimony of this journey. Going back into our first competition we had last year, our Mightiest Heroes. I remember, I think we had our episode there. I was there before that comp last year. I was talking about it. At that time, we only had, I think 4 or 5 sponsors. And then fast forward up to our Big Chief, which is also last year, we only had maybe 6 sponsors. So now we have 24 sponsors. And also to have a naming rights sponsor, which is Artua and Myra, not Martha.
Pity.
Who came?
That was pity.
Who came on the show? Also, like it just shows that people start to see what we trying to promote. When I go back to like how did it happen, and how, like, who was behind it. We really had a solid team. We had Tiati, who's a Samoa video production, who also has his play a big part in our content media. Always always advising how to push our sponsors out. And then we have Jordan, who's at doing our, I guess, press releases, and also my team from Bluwave. So everyone played a big part of trying to push this product out, not just for the benefit of Strongman Samoa, but it's benefit for our people in terms of health as well. You have another avenue to promote healthy living, building strength, and another form, like I said before, another form for our country to have tourists coming over. So there's quite a few good outcomes from it. How we came with this many sponsors is we had a really solid team that everyone played their part, and with they all believed the dream, and they just yeah is it's true, is who you know can really get you there.
It's so inspiring to see a lot of Samoan businesses and government bodies support and mobilize Strongman Samoa. Could you tell us about the sponsors?
With sponsors, so our naming right sponsor is Bearwell. So Bearwell is a protein company from New Zealand. Our gold sponsors is Airwave. So Airwave is another major company from America. They are the one who make they make what do you call mouth guards for athletes, and they do like nose breathing things, all these gears to help you to train properly or perform well in your sport. So and then we have STA, Samoa Tourism, and we have Adira Sports, Kaino and his team. We have Pure Pacific Water, Neo and Lucky. And then lastly, we have Patti Brothers. So Patti Brothers are the two brothers from Sole Mio. You know the famous Sole Mio
Yes. Yes,
trio?
of course, of
Yeah.
course. Mm.
So two of them, this is their second competition they have sponsored us. So very grateful for the Patti Brothers and for their sisters, who's our current strongest woman in the open category, Eva. So that's our gold sponsors. So for our silver sponsor, we have Native, the famous tent place here in Samoa. We have KR Security. They've been doing a good job with all the events. Fritz and his team. We have Nuvo Soap. I don't know if you've seen the famous.
Yes, I've seen some images. I'm trying to get out of my. No, just kidding.
So we have Nuvo Soap as one of the silvers, and we have Laume Rentals. So Laume Rentals is it's a rental company in Samoa. They've been very supportive with us as well. Thank you, Elsie, and your team. And then we have the famous resort, Taumesina Island Resort. Thank you, Nathan, and your team as well. So those are our silver. Our bronze sponsor, we have Manuel. Manuel is do with our signage. They're also helping wrapping our wooden bus that will be pulling on the day. Thank you, Matt, and your team. So our associate sponsors that we have is Smart Rental with Toai. Thank you, Toai and your team. And then Sanita Hotel with Leau. We have Just Mint, Tiati, who's providing all these nice gears, making us look good on the day. We have IPA, it's Kuki Punivalu and Associates, an engineering firm. Thank you, Lea Tawa. Ford Samoa. Thank you, Simon, for providing the trucks for our guests. Then we have Bluwave. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Fui. Masaya na ko ka invoice. Then we have Samoa Video Production as well, Tiati, and CrossFit Fatutoa for always allowing us to promote the sport every day. We have our classes there every Saturday. And then we have Sunrise Restaurant. And we have a Ministry of Sports and Recreation. Kendo and his team, the Latino, they've been helping us, making sure that we have the right venue for our comp.
Oh, that's awesome. So good to see so many sponsors come on board and support something that's so important for Samoa. How many contestants are competing this year?
Okay, so we have 17 athletes from overseas and 25 athletes here. So a total of 42 athletes competing on Saturday.
Wow, that's a lot of people, and a lot of people coming from overseas as well. And I saw some announcements. You had some pretty big guests there, Eddie Williams and also Jaden Lane coming. How did that come about? Yes.
It all started from our first comp. Like, that saying, like, if you don't, ask. Like, You never know if
Yeah.
you don't knock on that door. So we took the chance and just sent Eddie like one of our merch, and also he when he found out that there is strongman in Samoa when we just first started, he was very interested. He was like, oh, this is something that I wanted to do, but maybe down the line. But to hear that now it's kicking off here, so at that same we have that common interest in the sport. So yeah, it was well received. We send him our merch and start having that relationship, having that conversation. Yeah, and then you know, we asked him if he can be a part of Pacific Strongest, and yeah, the rest is history. And also like with Jaden, so Jaden, I saw him when I came to New Zealand for a competition last year. So I approached him, say, hey, starting off strongman in Samoa, like, can you give a shout out to our first strongman competition in Samoa to the athletes. So yeah, he gave a shout out and he was very helpful. So now the both of them being a part of it, it's a big deal for us, not only for the sport itself, but just to have those high caliber athletes to be amongst our local athletes or up and coming athletes, and yeah, or people doing the sport.
Congratulations. That's such a huge accomplishment, bringing, Samoans overseas to come back and do something awesome for the Samoan community. So on this day, what's it going to look like? If people wanted to come and support and just watch, what's the day going to look like?
So we put it at an area that is access to the whole public. We could have just put it in a gym, but having it at a gym, not everyone likes to go to the gym. Like when you hear a gym, some people think it's a cult. I was like, nah, I don't want to go. The only people there knows gym stuff goes there. So we try to how we eliminate that kind of thinking is that okay, we need to have it at a public setting, and then we're having it behind the central bank, like literally behind the clock tower, and one of the iconic landmarks in Samoa. So it was like, okay, we need to have it here. We found out that Ministry of Sports, who look after this area, got in contact with them and lock it down. So, and maybe the logistic will be hectic, but it's worth it. What it will look like, sorry to go back to your question, it will have like food vendors, merch vendors. It will be like a family day out. You come in, buy something, even if you're not interested in the sport, but if you're interested in food, like we all do, just come buy something, buy a feed, and then go have a watch, see what's going on there, see crazy people lifting, like stones that doesn't need to be lifted, but it's entertainment,
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that sounds like a really fun day.
So that's the whole vibe of it, a family day out, and with strong. The strongman is like a strongman show or a strongman event is not for. It's not. Yes, it is for our competitors, but it's more for the spectators. You know. When you go to the circus and you watch. Why you go to the circus? It's that the things what people do is not the average Joe can do. So it's the same thing with strongmen. You go there, you see strong women, strong men who perform these. And I'm not talking about just big the open division. I'm talking about even the smaller uh, men and women are strong. They do some incredible stuff. So that's what we're trying to promote, and I think that's what gets the people interest in.
I also hear that there's a workshop coming up on Thursday. Tell us about it.
So so on Thursday on Comp Week, we will have a workshop led by Eddie and Jaden at CrossFit Whatutoa Vaitele at 6:30 p.m. So if you want to know more about strongman movements, come by. If you don't want to, just to meet these idols, feel free to come by as well. Bring the kids, have a photo moments with Eddie and Jaden.
If you would like to be part of this workshop on Thursday, the details will pop up now. So feel free to go over, meet Eddie, meet the Strongman Samoa team, and also meet Jaden and get some photos. I think that'll be really cool. So, Peter, what kind of opportunities does this present for Strongman Samoa, or even for the contestants and athletes that are going to be a part of it?
We are in a collaboration with Extinct Games in Singapore. So whoever wins, so not all category, but for the men, I think all 4 categories for the men and just the open for the women. Whoever wins that category will get an invitation to compete in November in the Extinct Games. So in saying that, this is a massive win for us as well. That opens, that we already opened that gateway to Singapore. That is just one avenue or one federation we can go into, but the whole point is just to try and promote and showcase Pacific strength, so we have like other opportunities, say the UK or America, or even Australia. So that is big plus for this competition.
My final question would be to you, Peter. Any words of encouragement for our contestants that will be participating in this event?
I always say this before we always start the show, and I know I will say it again on Saturday morning before the first event starts. Go out there, put on a show. Make sure that those people coming to support you, that you put your absolute best, and always be safe and be smart about it. So, yeah. And for the spectators, please come. All our athletes need your cheer, and come have a good time and enjoy this event with us.
Amazing. Thank you for that, Peter. And any last words?
Thank you, Hana and your team for the opportunity to promote our event on the 7th of June. Remember, 7th of June on Saturday, behind Central Bank Building, where the volleyball area is. Event 1 will start right on the clock, 9 a.m. Not Samoa time, Palangi time.
Palangi time, 9 a.m. Palangi time. Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No, thank you, Misa, for joining us onto our show. We wish you all the best for your competition. Malo lavalinga lue to bring this all together. I know it's not easy work, and well done to your team for working towards something for the benefit of Samoan people. And wishing you all the best. Tai lava.
Thank you. Tai lava.